Hey, welcome everyone to Simply Delicious Season 3. My name is Chef Ali Youssef, and today I have very talented and amazing chef, Chef Mahdi Tahiri. Hi, Chef.
Hello. I'm happy to be here with you guys in the show and looking forward to what we're gonna do today.
Great. What you gonna cook for us?
I'm creating today an original dish which we're gonna call it on TV, the upside down umbrella.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds surprising to me.
Yes, it's an all new dish, maybe the first of its kind. I don't know if it's have been done in the world or not, but surely it's the first of its kind here. Made from the fresh kind of ingredients that we have here with the fantastic herbs that we provide.
Great, great. We should get started then.
Of course. In the beginning, we need to know the difference between the ingredients that we have. Okay, we have the fresh ingredients and we have the dried ingredients, and of course we have our meat. Yeah. So the dish itself is mainly made from shrimps or prawns, if you want to say. Okay, and it has a taste of bacon. Yeah. So what we're trying to do here, we're trying to do stuffed mushroom, okay, and present the shrimp on top of it so in the end it looks like an upside down umbrella. Yeah.
Nice.
So in
Sounds
the beginning, let's talk about our ingredients. We have shrimps, we have bacon, we have Parmigiano Reggiano, we have Monterey Jack cheese, yeah, we have red onion, mushrooms, white mushrooms, and preferably they should be a little bit big.
Big,
yeah. And lemon, parsley. Mostly the parsley will be giving the Italian sort of taste. Garlic, and then salt and pepper, and the dry herbs will be a little bit of chicken stock powder, which is optional, by the way, if you don't want to use it. Yeah. We have the sun-dried tomatoes. Okay. We have the paprika, sweet paprika. We have the hot cayenne pepper, a little bit of oregano, a little bit of thyme, black pepper, which is crushed, and as you can see, we have the whole black pepper. Preferably, if you have the ones that is the whole, it's much better to use. And if you don't have, you can use the crushed black pepper. And of course, we have the chili flakes. Yeah, and this chili flakes, if you want to add a little bit of heat to your dish, and if you don't want it to be that a little bit spicy, you can eliminate that. So we can consider it as a half optional. Yeah. The first thing we need to do is prepare our mushrooms so they can go directly to the oven. Yeah. So the first thing we need to do is grate the cheese. I think I'm gonna give you the opportunity to do this.
Small jobs.
Small jobs. You can do the Monterey Jack, which is we're gonna use that for the mushrooms. And
right.
Meanwhile, I'll take the bacon and I'll start to chop the bacon into small, fine chops, which then will be mixed with the cheese and stuffed into the mushroom. Yeah. So using a knife, we basically go and do.
Do you want to tell me more about Chef Mahdi's journey and how did you start and what inspired you?
It took me around 15 years into the culinary background, basically.
Right.
Yeah, and the main thing that made me interested into these things was actually surprisingly my mother. Yeah, she is a passionate home cook, and she used to do a lot of these kind of dishes where you can feel that she has her personal touches to it. So things like that makes you wonder, like, what would the field of culinary be like, you know? So eventually, I started studying how the culinary arts work, and then step by step, I started getting the basics, and from the basics, build up on it until I reached to the position where I am now. So it's a very interesting field. I would recommend whoever has passion in food to join into this field. I mean, I personally trained a lot of people to in the culinary arts, and they became successful chefs in Bahrain and outside of Bahrain as well. So
cool.
This is a very interesting background that you guys need to incorporate.
It's very interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we chopped our bacon, okay, and maybe if you like a lot of bacon, you can add more. So what we're gonna do now, remove the bacon and put it separately. Just like that. Okay, we're gonna get back to the bacon in a while. I'll just put it here.
Your cheese is ready.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so we have two ways of doing this. We can saute the bacon.
Bacon,
okay. Or we can immediately just mix it with the cheese and let it go directly to the oven. And then the difference between them is that one of them is gonna be more juicier than the other. Yeah? When you saute the bacon, it's gonna lose the moisture inside of it, and then it would be a little bit of crunchiness, crispiness. Most of people like that. I personally prefer that. So I think what we need to do in this sense is to finish from chopping all of our ingredients and then suddenly move to sauteing them. Yeah? Right. So you did a good job in that.
Thank you.
All right, so we take the parsley.
This is how I start cooking.
And I know a lot of people will say, you just chopped some bacon here and you put parsley on top of it. We're gonna cook it anyway, so it doesn't make a difference.
It's going to go together anyway.
Yeah, and in the end, all these type of bacons, the ones you see, are basically smoked. So this is cooked. You can easily take one and eat it. Would you like to eat fresh bacon?
I love it.
Yeah. So it's already cooked, so no worries from that, yeah? You make...
Do you want me to do this as well?
This will be... mostly we'll use it for the garnishing in the end.
All right.
Because it's too salty, we don't want the... Or you can, if you want to add a little bit.
Later, we'll do that later. You mentioned earlier that you did training classic. Do you want to tell us more about it?
When I started in social media, basically, it was I think around 3 to 4 years ago, and then it's where people got accepted as being chefs in Bahrain and all of this. And now, anywhere you go, it's like, oh, you're a chef, you're a chef. So I've realized that people got more open to it, and this led me to say that, okay, since I've been into the field and I've been hidden for quite some time, now people are more adaptive to it. So why don't you, Chef Tahiri, start teaching the young generation how to do what we did, but in the
very nice of you, actually,
in a shortcut way. So people started approaching me. They saw within like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, we made a YouTube channel, and we started putting videos online. I got approached with a lot of students who were like, Chef, we want to learn, we just need to know the basics. And basically, this is what I give them. I don't give them recipes. I give them the basics of how to manage the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, because everybody can give you a recipe. And for sure, 90% of the chefs will never reveal their own personal touches. Yeah,
absolutely.
So teach them the basics, and the most important thing is the dishes that you make. The dishes that you make are your own dishes, so you don't have to ask for what am I gonna add, what am I not. It's your personal preference, yeah. So just know the basics: how you use a knife, how you basically store your produce, you know, like if you have shrimp, how you put it in the fridge, and how you can extend the shelf life of all of this. So all of these things make sense, and these are the things that they need to learn. So from there, they go into the beginner phase, which is how to make the chopping, how to prepare the mise en place and all of this. So from there, they enter their own kitchens and they become creative. In the end, they call it culinary arts. It's a creativity based, yeah? So you become your own chef and you create your own dish. Yes, there are traditional dishes and there are famous dishes. You can learn them, it's easy. You can find them everywhere. But then to put your personal touch on them, that's something wonderful, yeah? All right, so we have our chopped parsley. We're gonna remove that as well.
Interesting story.
All right, so what I need you to do is grab a mushroom, push it down, push it up, and remove the center.
That was easy.
The stem, yeah?
Yeah.
And you can have them here. All right, so simple technique. Push down, push up, and the center stem will come out.
Right.
So As you can see, there is a small hole here, which we will stuff the ingredients in. Okay, we have the cheese that you made. We're gonna take the bacon, the cheese is there, and chop some the garlic.
Garlic. We're getting everything ready and get back to you shortly. So up to here, we got the onion ready, garlic, everything is ready, right?
Yes. At this stage, everybody knows that our mise en place is ready. So the first thing we need to do, we will take our chopped bacon and on top of a hot frying pan, without any oil, we're gonna add our bacon. Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason why we didn't add any oil is because the bacon itself has a lot of fat, and the fat intends to melt down and turns into the oil itself. Okay, so what we're trying to do here is now just give it some color. We're not gonna do it super crispy. As I said, it's your preference if you want to do it more crispy. We're just gonna give it a little bit of color, remove it, and mix it with the cheese and the other ingredients. Yeah. Meanwhile, we're gonna bring the cheese. Okay. And we're gonna put some parsley, or we can add the parsley here if we want. Yeah.
All right.
Mix it with the bacon. Let it get some flavor. That's fine. Yep. All right.
You also do help food businesses and creating new menus.
I do a lot of consulting for a lot of businesses, from basically planting the seed until the tree grows. Yeah. So from having an idea into creating a concept, training the staff, menu building, the entire shebang. Me and my team basically go through all the aspects what business needs, and from there we do a market study. If the business is reliable, we recommend it to the customer. Otherwise, we tell them avoid going through that step because it's a failure. So I mean, I've been in a lot of businesses myself, which gave me a lot of things to consider when it comes to starting a business.
Cool.
So basically, this is the color that we need. Okay, just add a little bit of oregano and a little bit of thyme. Yeah, you like it spicy?
Me, yes, personally. Right. I love spicy food.
That's a little bit of spiciness, just a little bit. Okay, we're gonna take this.
Do you want to tell me more about your quarantine kitchen?
Yeah. Okay, so we took an advantage from this unfortunate event that we have, and we did a quarantine kitchen concept that helps everybody in Bahrain and outside of Bahrain, all of our followers, on how to utilize their free time sitting at home, using the ingredients that they have at home. I'm sure most of the people who purchase stuff in the supermarkets and all usually stuck a lot of things in the cupboard and then they forget about it. You know, one of these things is like small macaroni packets or let's say corn in a cob or whatever. Yeah. You know, so all of these things are stackable items which people intend to forget. And the quarantine kitchen came as an idea of how to help the people at home using their material to create their own specific dishes, and in the same time participate in the social distancing. You know, so it is fun. It is something that it's not a formal. We can say it's not a formal program. So there is no like. Action and cut and all of this. No, it's a formal program. You will see my children running around. My wife is on the background taking videos. So it's a family interaction clip.
That's cool. That's cool.
And I've seen that a lot of people got adapted to it. And from there, other chefs of Bahrain got interested and they started doing their own quarantine kitchen concept. And I'm happy about it. And I shouted out to all the chefs of Bahrain for doing such a thing. Yeah. So now we took the bacon. We're basically now mixing it with the cheese.
With the cheese.
Okay. You can see the color, yeah?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. So more cheese. The better the cheese, the tastier it gets. This is where the say cheese came from.
say cheese. That's what I was going to ask you about that. Say cheers.
Yes, Say Cheese is a concept.
Say cheese truck or something.
It's a food truck. It's a Say Cheese grilled cheese sandwich food truck. So we create a concept which is not available in Bahrain, an actual original concept of a grilled cheese sandwich, and we called it Say Cheese. You know,
all right.
So everybody keeps passing by and say cheese and all. So meanwhile, we can take this and you can stuff these into the mushroom.
I like stuffing things, you know.
So the Say Cheese got developed and it created a trend. You know, a lot of people pass by and then you see them passing by with the car, Say Cheese, and they go along. So we introduced 10 sandwiches that are unique, not available in Bahrain. And they have a specific target for people who are that much in love with cheese, you know?
Right.
And thanks to God, it has been a success from the day that we opened. And we've received a lot of nice feedbacks from our customers.
That's great to hear, actually.
And in the same time, which nobody knows, Say Cheese was a demo to the consultancy of creating a food truck business.
Wow.
Okay, so now we have our stuffed mushrooms. We need to take the oven pan. Okay, you have two ways to do this. Either you can use a baking sheet, or, which I like to do, take a little bit of sun-dried tomato olive oil, just like that. Yeah, we use to distribute it this way, and then you just put the mushrooms like that. Yep. Okay, you can feel the smell of the sun-dried tomato.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So now this will go directly to the oven in 200 degrees or 180 degrees for about 10 minutes to 15 minutes. Now, depending on how dark you want it to get, if you want it to melt down fast, you go higher. If you want it to slow cook, you can bring it down to 160 degrees and keep it for another 20 minutes.
Great to know, Chef Mahdi.
Okay. It's hot, and voila. All right. You can feel that aroma? You know? He's
Yes.
starting to go into another level of...
I feel like I don't have time. I just feel I don't have time to do the plating, actually.
Yeah, usually this is how it goes at home. As soon as it's ready, before even I put the plate, it's already gone.
It's good.
You know? All right, so we are here in the end of our plating. We just use a nice looking dish. Okay, we take a tongue, and what we do, fun fact, again, if you're plating a dish that has things like mushrooms or whatever that are singular item, always use odd numbers. That means when you're plating, use an odd number, either 3, 5, or 7. You know?
And 9.
And you know the reason behind of this is because it looks much better when you want to take a photo than regular numbers. So this is 1. Choose the nice looking ones. This is 2. All right, now we have our shrimps here. We have our plate. What we need to do is do a little bit of garnish. You basically take remaining of your parsley, a little bit of oregano, give it some color. And if you want to go a little bit with a finer touch, a little bit of your oil, preferably olive oil or sun-dried tomato oil. This is basically our dish. It's a fast, fantastic starter, or one of the best used in parties.
Oh yes, that's true. Very true. Right, guys. That was it for the episode today, and that was the dish. What you call it? Upside umbrella.
Upside down umbrellas. Look
Upside
at
down
them.
umbrella. That was our episode. Thank you very much, Chef Mahdi
It's a
Tahiri.
pleasure and an honor to
It's
be here.
been great having you around, and hope you guys enjoy watching us. And again, watch us again next Monday on Bahrain International TV. And thank you for watching. Thank you.